Welcome to the Sauce and Gravy channel. This is Johnny Mac. In this episode, I'm going to show you 2 easy gravy recipes for beginners. Both use 5 simple ingredients and can be done in under 5 minutes. Let's begin the first recipe using flour and butter to make the gravy. These are the ingredients for an easy gravy for beginners. 5 simple ingredients. You probably should have these in your pantry at home. Very easy recipe. You can knock this recipe out in 5 minutes. Start off with 2 cups of chicken stock. You can use chicken broth if you like. 3 tablespoons of flour. 3 tablespoons of butter, dash of salt, little bit of pepper to taste. That's it. Let's knock it out. So grab the saute pan, put it over medium heat, and add 3 tablespoons of butter. Melt the butter down. The equipment to make a gravy is fairly simple. Just a sauce pot or a saute pan, a spatula, can be a silicone spatula or a wooden spatula, maybe a spoon. And if you have a whisk, perfect. It'll make it a little bit easier, but it's not totally necessary. So not too many things to make an easy gravy. After the butter's melted down, it's time to add the 3 tablespoons of flour. Pour it in, grab your spatula, mix it up. We're making the roux. This is the thickening agent. This is going to be what makes the gravy thick. The flour and butter mixture, it should look like wet sand. If it's not, if it's too lumpy, if it's a little bit dry, you can always add a little bit more butter. If it's too liquidy, you can always add a little bit more flour to it. But it should look like this. It should look like wet sand. And remember, your burner, it's over medium heat. You can turn it down if it's a little bit too high. You don't want to burn the roux. Cook this roux mixture for about 2 minutes to get the flour taste out. You're probably wondering, how will I know whenever it's done and the flour taste is out? Once you can smell a warm, nutty smell coming off the roux, you know that you're ready to go. So this is looking really good. I'm starting to smell the warm, nutty smell. Now it's time to add our liquids. I'm using 2 cups of chicken stock. You could use chicken broth if you like. And you can change the cooking liquid to any type of cooking liquid to suit the meal that you're preparing. For instance, if you're having turkey for dinner, you could use a turkey stock, or if you're having roast beef, you could use a beef stock or a beef broth. And this pertains to both gravy making techniques that I'm showing you in this video. After you give it a little mix with the whisk, it's always a good idea to grab that spatula, scrape the sides of the pan, scrape the bottom of the pan, get that roux up off the pan, that butter flour mixture, and incorporate it into that stock. Increase the heat to medium-high, bring this to a simmer. Once it starts to simmer, the roux will activate and it'll start to thicken up this gravy. Once it starts to come to a simmer, you can reduce the heat to medium-low. Simmer this for just a couple minutes, and then we're ready to go. So it's just been a few minutes. We've knocked this gravy out pretty quick. It's nice, it's thick. Let's do the line test. Oh yeah, the line stays. So we're good. So you give it a little bit of a taste. Adjust the seasoning. You can also turn the burner down if it's coming to more of a simmer. Adjust the seasoning. You can add a dash of salt, dash of pepper. Give it a stir, and that takes care of the first easy recipe for beginners to make gravy using flour and butter. Now let's begin the second recipe on how to make gravy using cornstarch. These are the ingredients for the second technique to make an easy gravy for a beginner. We have 2 cups of beef stock. You could use beef broth if you like. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 4 tablespoons of water, dash of salt to taste, and a little bit of pepper. Buckle up, let's go. This technique's a little bit different than whenever we made the roux. We're going to start off by pouring our liquids into our saucepan first. So make sure your heat is over medium to medium-high heat. We'll pour in 2 cups of beef stock. If you want to make a gluten-free gravy, this is a great way to do it. The cornstarch, as long as it's manufactured and certified gluten-free, then it's a great gluten-free option for you. This technique is really simple. You just bring the liquid to a simmer. Once it starts to simmer, we're going to put in our cornstarch. We're not going to pour the cornstarch directly into the liquid. If you did that, it would probably lump up. So we're going to make a cornstarch slurry. To make a cornstarch slurry, we have 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and to that I'm going to add a little bit more water, so 4 tablespoons of water. If you wanted to use a stock or a broth, you could use that just as well. Pour the liquid in, grab a spoon, mix it up. It'll make a liquidy type paste. We'll use this to pour it into our gravy here in a moment. This will help prevent it from lumping up. So just put it to the side right now. Let this come to a simmer. And while this starts to come to a simmer, it'll be a perfect time to smash that like button to help the algorithm get this video out to all the beginners that might like to learn the techniques and methods behind making an easy gravy. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can learn new sauce and gravy recipes. And to thank you for your support, I'm going to show you a picture of a fiddler crab. The stock has started to come to a simmer. Now it's time to add our cornstarch slurry. Make sure to give the cornstarch a little bit of a stir. The cornstarch tends to stick to the bottom, so give it a little bit of a whirl. Don't add it all in at once. Maybe add half, bring it to a boil, see if it's thick enough, and then at that point, if it needs more, we can always adjust and add more. So I'm going to add roughly about half of the cornstarch slurry to the boiling stock. Grab a spatula, give it a little bit of a whisk. And if you have a whisk, you might want to use that as well. Give it a stir, and as you can see, once it starts to boil, it already becomes really thick. So you can reduce the heat, so you can see if this is as thick as you like. So this would be considered a thin type gravy. If you wanted to take it a little bit further, you could always add more. I think I'm going to take it a little bit more. So I'm going to give our cornstarch a little bit of a stir. And then I'm going to pour the rest of it in. Grab a whisk, give it a mix. And it almost instantly just thickens up. This cornstarch, if you're looking for a very fast and easy way to make a gravy, this is definitely it. You can knock this out pretty quick. You just bring your liquid to a boil, pour it in, bam. Quick and easy way to make a gravy. Now it's super thick. Coats the back of the spoon really well. Give it a little bit of a taste. Adjust the seasoning, add a little bit of salt. You can take it off heat, add some pepper. Stir it up. So there you go. That's the second easy technique for beginners to make gravy using cornstarch. If you'd like to learn how to add meats to your gravy, check out this bacon cheeseburger gravy or this giblet gravy for turkey, and I'll see you next time.